What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, you may be wondering, where have I been or what have I been doing? But I have a kind of a good reason, kind of not. So this is going to be a quick update video of kind of what's been going on in the time that I haven't made any videos, and why I haven't made any videos, and kind of what's going to be the projects going on from here. So, number one, I actually had a lot of footage already kind of set up. I had my last drift event. I had a couple of install videos before that drift event, and I also have, I had an update on the Miata, and I also had an update on the S13 Sylvia build, as in the engine and all. So I guess what happened is, one time when I was traveling between home and work and doing a trip, I somehow got the footage all deleted. Well, not deleted, but the SD card broke somehow in travel. So all that footage is gone. Everything that I had for like the drift day that was in the camera, this camera, all the install video footage and all. I actually had 2 videos rendered. I mean, not rendered. I had 2 videos edited, but not rendered. So I can't render them without the footage. So all that's pretty much just gone. And I guess this video is going to be a quick update on what's going on, where I've been kind of putting my time and all that stuff. So we'll start with that. I have not touched there since the last drift event. It is still sitting on its pop tire right here, as you can see. All the straggle, pop, 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 bang, bang, bang shit, you know. Yeah, still on its flats. I gotta put the other tires that I have on there that I didn't even use to at least possibly drive it. There is one issue that I'm having with this car, and it seems to be creating a lot of blow-by. It's pushing a lot of oil out. So before, my catch can would never get filled. It would never have any problems, would never have to touch it. It was there, but it didn't do anything pretty much. It was just chilling. The last drift event, it overflowed one time. I caught it after maybe like a couple runs. I noticed that it was filled up. I saw something dripping. So I checked the oil level. I had lost pretty much over a quart, give or take. So I went back, drained it out, put more oil back inside the engine, and I figured that my tires were about to blow. It didn't blow at that time. So I went out, did like 3 or 4 more runs, and I did a pretty good burnout. Then again, it overflowed out of the actual catch can. So I called it a day. There was no point in driving it. So what I've done since then is pretty much nothing. It's sitting exactly how it was. The only thing I did was I drained it out of the catch can. I have to add a little more oil. I mean, it's in between the hatch marks, but I want to get to the higher point. But I'm going to start it up, let it warm up for a minute. I might move it up a hair so I can get a little more flatter of a spot, and I have to put the tires on it. But I'm going to go get a PCV valve soon, just to try that off start, which is right there. If that doesn't fix it, then it's probably going to be what I'm seeing on the forums and all. It probably has a bad piston rings or ring lands. If it does have blow by again after we do that PCV valve, then I'm going to have to do a compression test on it. If we have low compression, then we know we got to tear this whole engine apart, which is the shitty part. If I need piston rings, I'm just going to throw pistons in. That's the only thing the car does not have. Everything else is done, so it'll be down for a little while. Because in the meantime, we have this car, which, as you can see, it's just been sitting in this damn garage, not moving. Got a whole bunch of shit in here now. My other bumper that I have and all that. But this bad boy, she has a rod knock. It has no hole in the block. It still runs, but I'm not going to drive it. I actually have everything to rebuild that engine, but I have the other engine I'm going to use, which that's going to be another video coming up. So for right now, I'm going to be starting up to 240, getting her warmed up, and possibly moving it to get the rear tires on there. Yeah. But also, an update on the white S13 Sylvia. That one, I have the engine downstairs. I know I've been saying that I've been going to do it. I started to do it. I started recording it and all, but I ended up having problems with the ARP main studs, and it ended up being too tight of tolerances. So I ended up having to go back, get the whole crank, well, the bores honed on the actual for the crank and the bearings. So now that fits. So now I actually have to put the pistons in and all that. Got the freshies on. Even though they look like they're hella stretched, it's that damn sidewall, has that guard on it. But she's back on the road. She's all warmed up. We're going to replace this bad boy right here. We're gonna try that first before I start tearing this bad boy apart. Because I really don't feel like tearing this apart now, because like I said, that's getting built and that's getting built. I don't need to tear this thing apart too. So let's just try and get this thing out quick. Ouch. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh nice, it went out of focus, I guess. That's hot. Maybe it's the quick fix, maybe it's not. We shall see. I'm gonna have to drive the bad boy. Got something going on. She lasted one whole season without having any issues with the engine, other than that damn crank bolt coming a little loose, and we tightened that up on the spot. But alright guys, so I'm going to leave the video off here. I didn't really make an outro from the other day when I was doing all that stuff. It's actually probably about a week or so after. As you can see, you know, got haircuts. So what you see right here, this is the SR20 for the Sylvia. I have a video that I already started recording. I have like me pretty much doing the whole piston install, all the clearance checks and all that stuff. So that's going to be the next video I'm probably going to be putting up here. I'm actually waiting on a few parts. I need the bolts for the timing chain guides. I don't know what happened to them. I have everything labeled in baggies and all. You know, got baggies for all these bolts. And apparently I don't have them. I don't know where they are. So once I get them, I can continue on installing everything else, like the chain. So I can start putting on the pan and all that stuff. But I need to have the chain on first. So I need to have the front cover on, so that way I can actually put the pickup tube on. So that way I can put the oil pan on and so on. So once I get them parts, we'll continue this part. But in the meantime, I'm going to be starting on the Miata Rebuild. I have the pistons and everything here all ready to go. I have to get the engine that I have to replace this one apart so we can put the pistons in that one. And I'm going to tear apart the other engine once I get that one out just to see what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a spun bearing. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys watching. I will see y'all later, motherfuckers.